Super excited to be back on the Super Bowl. One of the most effective media that can be existing out there. What we learn is that it's massive. So very excited to see that massive impact again. And what we learn, I think that really has to apply is that it's a very long lasting impact. So how do we carry that across all channel, not for a week, not for a few weeks, but for months? And that means that execution across platforms, execution across all line of products, and not slow down. This is, like I said, something that is big. And so you don't want to think like any other campaigns where like, okay, that's going to be a blip, and then we're going to move on to the next one. No, this is something that will last for a while.
So CTV has evolved rapidly in the last few years. It's no longer just for awareness. So with that in mind, Benoit, how are you using it as a true conversion driver for Liquid Death?
Well, I completely disagree with that. This is not a conversion driver. Whoever is trying to say that is trying to pitch TV as a conversion driver, and it is same nonsense that we heard from social before. Meaning that this is an ad and it can drive conversions. No, it doesn't. You cannot do that in a single 30 seconds on the bigger screen. So yes, primarily it's an awareness driver, and it will remain an awareness driver. Now, can it lead to consideration? Yes. If you have better targeting, if you're getting in front of the right audience, yes, maybe you can lead to a consideration, but it will require high frequency. So people trying to build that storyline around CTV being a conversion platform are wrong, just flat out wrong. And it's just a marketing stunt to try to sell more of it, and you don't need that. So it is a very, very efficient platform. You can do more than any other platforms. You can work with retailers to bring their audience. So let's not try to build that as a conversion tactic. This is not.
Ben, I'm going to throw one last conversion question at you with that in mind. Most brands do struggle with the brand awareness, brand affinity, entertainment value with those conversion goals. And so obviously conversion is part of the equation, right? But you tell me how that fits in, and how do you see the balance, and do you see them as opposing objectives?
They are not. Storytelling, which can come through being funny for us, humor, can be through action sports, can be through a lot of different values or entertainment factors, or how you build awareness. And this is how you get people to know your brand, to remember the name. Then you get into people to consider your product and buy your product. So no, they don't work against each other, they work together. And again, I keep saying that over and over. Why are we trying to reset marketing fundamentals? Marketing fundamentals are here for a reason, because they've been working. Now, yes, we're dealing with new platforms, so let's use those platforms to do it the right way in this day and age. But no, this is not working against each other, this is working together.
Speaking of working together, you've been working with retail data partners like Kroger to prove CTV performance, as well as the power of the medium as a brand awareness, brand affinity tool. How do you collaborate with Kroger Precision Marketing, and what are some of the mutual benefits of this retail media partnership?
Well, several things on that. First, retailers are why CTV is so good. Like, we should give credit to those guys because they have the best data set out there. Their first party data, when you bring that into the CTV world, which you cannot bring into the linear world, you can bring into the CTV world, are making it so impactful because their first party data is made of a lot of signals that nobody else has. What product are they buying? When are they buying it? What store are they buying at? All of this, when you bring that in, now your CTV, with the beauty of the bigger screen, in order to tell a story, you tell that story in front of someone that you know is most likely going to walk into their store to buy a product that they know they bought before in the category. So that's how I work with them from a data standpoint and from a measurement standpoint as well, because since they bring the data in, we can also bring the data out to them so they can measure to see if the people that we targeted ended up converting. So this is very, very strong, and why I lean heavy on CTV and what I work closely with retailers to make that happen. Now, for Kroger Precision Marketing, KPM in particular, what is very good and very unique for them is they are building with me, they are talking to me, they are really leaning in terms of making it happen from that data standpoint, but also how do we move all that exposed audience on site, and how do we work that to convert them on site, on Kroger.com, in the store. And not all retailers are moving at that pace, not all retailers are agile and nimble as they are, and I think that makes them very strong and very unique.